get ready with me while I tell you probably one of the scariest experiences of my life. So me and my 3 other friends really wanted to go on a trip together, and I was like, let's just go to my river condo. Okay, so we planned it all out, and we finally found a time that worked for all of us. So keep in mind, at my river condo, there's no internet. So we got there and we were having such a good time until we got in this huge argument. Basically, the argument was about how my friends were apparently leaving me out, I guess. I don't really know. Looking back at it, I was being pretty dramatic, and I don't know why I was upset over it. Anyways, so I thought a good way to cool down a little bit and just to work it all out was just to go canoeing, and I thought that would maybe make us like less angry. I guess like something to take our minds off of the whole argument thing. So there's a paddle boat and a canoe. So 2 of my friends took the paddle boat and the other 2 took the canoe, and I was in the canoe. So as we were canoeing down the river, we kept having to stop because the paddle boat was taking forever. So we had to wait on my friends like every 5 minutes so they could catch back up to us. So at this point, it probably took us about 20 to 30 minutes to get down to the hot springs, which was where I wanted to go because it's so much fun. So we finally arrived at the hot springs, and 2 of my friends were hanging out in the actual hot springs, and then me and my other friend were like, let's just go look around and go see what there is. Honestly, I don't really know what I was looking for or what I was expecting because we were in the middle of literally nowhere. So we were walking for probably like 15 or 20 minutes. So at this point, we were super far ahead of my other friends. So me and the girl I was with were kind of a little delulu at the time, and we were kind of just spacing out, walking and talking. And I look up and I noticed that behind us, like probably like 20 or 30 feet, was a sign that said no trespassing. So at this point, I was like, we gotta go. Like, let's turn around. Okay, so keep in mind that on the left side of the of the hot springs is a highway, and then on the right, a whole bunch of houses. So I see this guy come out of the shed, and he was yelling something to us, and he held something up with his hand. So in the moment, I was thinking this is worst case scenario. We had no phones, no cell service, our friends didn't know where we went, and we were walking around in swimsuits. So I tell my friend we have to start running, like I can't. And as we run, we hear 3 gunshots behind us. Keep in mind, the rocks are really slippery, so we're slipping everywhere. So we finally make it to our friends, and I'm like, y'all need to run. They're like, why? I'm like, we do not have time to explain. Slowly but surely, we finally make it back. It took forever because of how slow our other friend's boat was. Looking back at it, that could have been so much worse than it was, and I'm so glad that none of us got hurt because, honestly, I don't know what we would have done. Anyways, bye guys. I hope y'all all have an amazing day.
Things I don't understand. Why people are still attacking my tan as if I didn't take it off. Ew, look at her tan. What tan are you referring to? Why, when somebody's suddenly a bitch back to the rudest person ever, they go, stop! Like, actually stop, it's not funny anymore. You're being so mean. It wasn't mean when it was you to other people though, right? Why do we ignore the fact that yawns are contagious? Why is that normal? I don't like that. I do not like that. Who came up with math? How beauty standards were invented? How do we know we're seeing the same colors? Like, my green could be your purple, but we would never know because we both call it purple. Where wind comes from. That's it, bye.
Good morning, guys. I did heatless curls last night and they kind of worked, but they're a little too bouncy. I have the biggest pimple ever and it won't go away, and right here. Okay, this is my first time using this. I'm gonna like rate it. 10 out of 10. Never again. I bought this yesterday. I already have the blush, but I'm gonna use bronzer. I love this already. Okay, I'm gonna finish my makeup. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I finished my makeup, and now I'm gonna do like a fit check in the car. Okay, so Zara, Gold Hinge, Kesley Jade, Target, my mom's closet, and yeah, and on Clouds. We're on the way to get Starbucks.
Oh yeah.
Okay, guys, it's country day, and I forgot, so I have to wear this. But I'm in school now, so I have to go. Peace out, bro.
That I like: volleyball, pink blush, Gilmore Girls, Christmas, slicked back buns, Uggs, facials, watching Gilmore Girls during fall, my amazing friends, The Hunger Games. That's it. Bye.
Hey y'all, get ready with me while I tell you why I thought someone was in my house last night. Okay, so I flew in from the airport last night because I was in New York, as y'all saw. And my mom was at a wedding, so she told me that I was going to be home alone tonight. So my mom's a wedding photographer, so usually she's out pretty late at night. So me and my best friend Ava, we were at my house, and we tried to get into my house, but the door was locked because we have a deadbolt, and my mom forgot to unlock the deadbolt. So we tried getting in through the garage, but that didn't work. So basically what ended up happening is we got in through a window using a ladder. So I'm on FaceTime, and me and Ava decided to get Uber Eats, and I always FaceTime someone when I am about to go open the door because you never know, like, what if, like, they're waiting there, and I have really, really bad anxiety, and if you know that, I'm so scared about that stuff. So I'm walking up the stairs after I grabbed the food, and while I'm going up the stairs, I got this really bad feeling, but me being me, I totally ignored that. So I'm in my room, and I was separating our food apart when I get a text from Ava. She said, "Ryan, come here." I go in the bathroom, and she's like, "Hey, like, were you just walking outside?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Why do you think that?" And she's like, "Well, I just, like, heard, like, footsteps." And she's like, "Listen and you'll hear." So I'm listening, and all of a sudden I hear it, and I'm like, "No, not today." So I get my phone in, and I text my mom and call her, and I'm like, "Mom, like, please answer." As I mentioned earlier, my mom is a wedding photographer, so her phone was in the wagon that her camera bag was in. So these are the texts I sent my mom. I was freaking out just a little bit. So my mind goes to, let's just go in the shower because, you know. So 2 minutes later, my mom calls me, and she's like, "Is everything okay? Like, I saw your text." And I'm like, I think someone's in her house. And she's like, "Call 911. Like, that's, like, the first thing she said. And she just kept saying, and I was like, I can't do that. Like, I don't know why, but, like, that sounds scary. Like, that's scary. And I was just like, "Mom, like, I don't know if I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, I think it's probably just, like, one of our cats." And she's like, "I don't care. Like, it's better to be safe. Like, I need you to call them, and I'm trying to get it home as fast as I can." So I check her Life 360 to see how far away she is, and this girl is booking it from her wedding. She's going so quickly to get here. I'm like, oh my God, thank goodness. So I was like, "Mom, like, do I?" Like, she's like, "Yes, you do. Like, yes." So basically, I didn't end up doing it because I just felt like it wasn't that big of a deal, and I didn't want it to turn into something bigger than it was. But basically, what we kept hearing was, like, footsteps, and I think it was my cat, but, like, I still don't really know. But like I mentioned earlier, I have really bad anxiety, and I think a lot of it comes from, like, reading my TikTok comments. I don't know. Which I know I shouldn't do, but, like, I still do it anyways. Okay, so we checked, and it turned out it was just my cat, which, honestly, that's better than anything else. And I think we were just very paranoid, but I hope y'all have an amazing day. I'm so glad it wasn't anything else. But yeah, have a great day, guys. Bye. Guys, get ready with me while I tell you probably one of